Hello everybody, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I hope now you are comfortable with the Raspberry Pi. Now it's time to rotate round and round through our R-Pi. Just kidding. Actually, in this video, we are going to control DC motor with our R-Pi. So quickly, let's see the components that we needed. So in this project, we are going to need two DC motor, two 9-volt battery which I have connected it on series, one breadboard and one L293D motor drive IC. So these are the components that we required. Let's move to the connection part. Okay, so firstly I am going to connect L293D motor driver IC on the breadboard. It has 16 pins and its numbering started from the left side of the curved. I am connecting it on the breadboard. Yes, I have connected it. I am just not connecting anything on the enable pins, which are 1 and 9. And then there are 4 output pins. On output 1 and 2 I am connecting the one motor, and on the other output 3 and 4 I am connecting the other motor. And yes, similarly there are 4 input which are going to connect with the GPIO pins of Raspberry Pi, and there are 4 ground which are connected with the ground of Raspberry Pi. And yes, there are 2 supply ports. VSS is connected with the positive terminal of the battery and VS is connected with the 5-volt pin of Raspberry Pi. So let's move to the connection of L293D. Firstly, I am going to connect my first motor with pin number 3 and 6, which are my output 1 and output 2. And my another motor, I am connecting it with pin number 11 and 14, my output 3 and 4. Now I am connecting the input pins with the Raspberry Pi GPIO pin. So I am connecting the input 1 with GPIO 2, input 2 with GPIO 3, input 3 with GPIO 4, and input 4 with GPIO 14. Okay, now I'm just connecting the ground of both the sides. So I'm connecting the ground. And now let's common the ground of both sides. And connect this ground with the negative part of the breadboard. Yes. Now what I am going to do, I am going to connect the 5-volt or VS pin to the positive part of the breadboard. and connecting the positive part of the breadboard to the 5-volt pin of Raspberry Pi. Now finally connect the two batteries which are connected in the series. I am connecting the black wire with the negative part of the breadboard. And red with the positive one. And yes, I have done my connection. If you are not clear with this, then please refer to the documentation or circuit diagram which we have provided. And one more thing, connect the negative terminal or negative part of the breadboard to the ground of Raspberry Pi, which is most important. And yes, I have done my connection. Let's move to the interface. Open the Python cell from the programming. And on that, call the output device function from gpio0 library. gpio0 import output device and define and give the variable to the each terminal of your motor. As I have connected two motor and each motor has two terminals, then I have to define 4 variables. So I am defining A for my one terminal. Let me copy it, paste here. Here comes the 4 as my one terminal is connected on the GPIO 4. B comes the 14. C comes the 2. D comes the 3. Now what I am going to do is I am calling each variable accordingly. So I am writing a dot on Oops, it's not running as I have not connected the VSS pin with the positive supply of battery. So I have wire on my hand and I am connecting my VSS pin with the positive part of my breadboard, and yes, you are seeing that my motor is in on state. When I am writing a dot off, it will off. Again, when I am writing C dot on, my second motor will be in on state. And when I write D dot on, okay, it will stop as it will not execute two commands at the same time. That's why we have to do these things on the file. So create a new file. And now what I'm going to do is I'm calling the motor function from the gpio0 library. From gpio0 import motor and then I am initializing the variable motor 1 for my one motor and calling the function motor and giving the argument for the forward and backward. Forward is my 4 pin and backward for my 14. And similarly, I will do it for my second motor. We copy it, paste here, and here comes the 2 and 3. Now I'm calling motor 1 to run in the forward direction and motor 2 in backward direction. Save the file. Give the file name whatever you want. I'm writing it motor and run it. And yes, you are seeing that my one motor is running on forward direction and other one on the backward direction. If I want to reverse the direction of both the motor, then what I have to do is go to the file, I'm taking the while loop true and giving the condition that after 5 seconds reverse your direction. Let me copy it, paste here. Here comes the reverse. Save the file, run the file, and yes, you get the error slip. Okay, I have not included the slip, so import from time, import slip. Save it again and run the file. And yes, you are seeing that my motor has reversed its direction by every 5 seconds. Let's move to the file again. If you want to reduce the speed of each motor, then you have to simply write here 0.5 or here 0.6 or you can say 8. Save the file and run it again. You may see the change. So that was all about the motor, and congratulations, you did it. You completed the level 1 of Raspberry Pi. Do some more experiment from the previous project. Grip your command on RPi. So good luck and have fun. See you soon. I cannot wait to meet you.